So, here's a question to start your day. What happens when AI stops waiting for your instructions and starts figuring out what to do on its own? Welcome to Chatbots Behaving Badly, the show where we love our algorithms just a little too much to trust them. Today, we're diving into something that sounds a little like science fiction, a little like product marketing, and a whole lot like the next leap in artificial intelligence. Agentic AI. Written by Markus Brinsa, narrated by Andrew Foley. Let's be honest. Most AI today is fancy autocomplete. You type, it responds. You ask, it answers. It doesn't do anything unless you tell it to. Think of it as that intern who's super smart, but won't even open a Google Doc until you specifically say, please write a draft. But Agentic AI, that intern just got promoted, and they started managing your entire content calendar, scheduling interviews, analyzing performance metrics, and applying for your next job on your behalf, without asking. Let's talk about what this is, why it matters, what it takes to build, and why it's different from the AI you already know. What is Agentic AI? The word agentic comes from agent, but in AI, it doesn't mean a chatbot or a customer support bot that answers FAQs. It means something that acts, something that observes its environment, makes sense of what's going on, decides what to do next, and then does it. Agentic AI is the leap from passive systems to proactive ones. It's the difference between a spreadsheet and a strategist. You don't just feed it data. It learns, it plans, and it moves toward goals. It's autonomous in the way a self-driving car is autonomous. Except instead of navigating roads, it's navigating decisions, projects, and outcomes. This is not your average chatbot. This is an AI that can figure out what matters, take steps toward it, adapt when something goes wrong, and ideally improve its strategy over time. So, how is Agentic AI different from traditional AI? Let's get this out of the way. Agentic AI is not just a better ChatGPT. Most traditional AI, even the incredibly powerful stuff we've seen lately, is still reactive. You prompt it, it replies. It doesn't know when to stop or when to continue unless you tell it. What makes something agentic is that it doesn't just react, it initiates. Imagine asking a generative model to build a travel itinerary. You give it input, it gives you a nice bulleted list. Now imagine telling an Agentic AI, plan my 2-week trip to Spain, including budget flights, historical sites, and restaurants that don't serve tourist food. Then it pulls up live flight data, compares hotels, maps museums, books the tables, and sends you calendar invites without you micromanaging each step. That's the leap. The difference isn't in raw intelligence, it's in behavior. Agency is about intention, purpose, execution. Traditional AI is a genius sitting in a chair. Agentic AI gets up and starts solving problems. What does it take to build Agentic AI? You can't just slap a chatbot onto an API and call it agentic. Building true Agentic AI means assembling a set of technical capabilities that most current systems only hint at. First, it needs memory. Not just remembering you said Paris 3 prompt ago, but building up structured knowledge over time. Episodic memory, like, last Tuesday, I failed to fetch the data. Semantic memory, like facts, names, processes. Even procedural memory, how to execute complex multi-step tasks. Without memory, you get amnesia with a friendly tone. Second, planning and reasoning. This is where things like chain of thought prompting and tree of thought reasoning come in. These allow AI to walk through logic steps, test alternative solutions, and weigh options before acting. Quick footnote here for the nerds in the back. Chain of thought prompting is when AI thinks out loud to improve accuracy. Tree of thought goes further. It explores multiple reasoning paths like a decision tree. And when you pair that with Monte Carlo tree search, you're letting the AI simulate a forest of possibilities and pick the best outcome based on trial runs. Then there's hierarchical decision-making, breaking big tasks into smaller ones and managing them in layers. More manager, less oracle. Next, we have tool use. A truly agentic AI must go beyond language. It needs to call APIs, run code, query databases, and even, brace yourself, write and execute new code in real time. This isn't sci-fi. Tools like AutoGPT and LangChain already do this in the wild. Finally, goals. Every agent needs an objective. That goal might be user-defined, clean this data set, emergent, optimize for engagement, or collaborative, help the user reach inbox zero. Without a goal, it's not agency, it's noise. But wait, isn't that dangerous? Short answer, yes. Longer answer, it depends on how we manage it. Giving AI agency is like giving a teenager a car. You need training wheels, traffic laws, and brakes that work. Autonomy without alignment is just chaos at scale. That's why serious agentic systems need what's called traceability, the ability to explain their own behavior. Why did it choose path A instead of B? Why did it call that API? What evidence did it weigh? If you can't audit it, you can't trust it. And then there's the issue of trust. These systems are capable of surprising you, and not always in a good way. One moment it's booking your meetings, the next it's signing you up for a yoga retreat because you once said you were stressed. So yes, agentic AI needs boundaries. It needs oversight, but that doesn't mean we should be afraid of it. It just means we have to build it with the same seriousness we apply to, say, autonomous vehicles or medical diagnostics. Because it's no longer just what did the AI say? It's what did the AI do? Why is agentic AI such a big deal? Here's why the AI world is so hyped right now. In a sea of generative tools that all sound the same, agentic AI represents a leap in capability and value. We're no longer just asking, can AI write copy? Or can AI generate code? Now we're asking, can it manage a process? Can it own a result? Can it work without babysitting? And the answer, increasingly, is yes. Not perfectly, not safely, not at scale, yet, but we're getting closer every week. When you combine powerful models with orchestration frameworks, memory, planning, and external tool use, you don't just get smarter answers. You get intelligent action. That's a game changer. So no, agentic AI isn't a single product. It's not something you download from the App Store and give a 5-star review. It's a direction, a shift from passive prompts to proactive partners. It's the difference between asking your AI assistant to draft a memo and having it draft, send, follow up, and schedule the next meeting without being told. The future of AI isn't just generative. It's agentic. And if we do it right, it might actually start helping us get things done. Thanks for listening to Chatbots Behaving Badly. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode with your favorite AI enthusiast, and tell your assistant to tune in next week. Just don't let it write the next episode yet. This was When AI Takes the Lead, The Rise of Agentic Intelligence, written by Markus Brinsa, narrated by Andrew Foley. New episodes every Tuesday. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Substack, and wherever you like your algorithms with a side of sarcasm. See you next week.